to look at the two major focal points for today, and we're going to be taking our stories from the Punch and the Guardian newspaper. The first is a major headline on the front page of the Punch. Food crisis, tight security at NEMA stores as hoodlums loot FCT warehouse. So it has been a recent trend where people go and just loot trucks and trailers that are, conveying food items or agro products, and also warehouses. And so what we have now is, how can the issue of looting of warehouses stop? And how bad is the situation, and what risk does it give to owners of private warehouses? Because these looters just feel like, they say they are hoarding, so if they are hoarding, let's do what we need to do to ensure that we take care of ourselves. All right, so how bad is the situation, and what risk does it give to owners of private warehouses? And what do you make of the Vice President's call for people to protest responsibly? It says here in the report that Vice President Shettima has urged Nigerians to apply discretion in protesting the current economic hardship in the country, asking them to do so in a responsible and mature manner. What do you make of that statement? And what should be the approach of our security operatives to this problem? Because it says here on the front page of Vanguard now that, the Guardian rather, that military and paramilitary are now to distribute food as hoodlums are now looting warehouses. That they are going to be the ones in charge. They have tightened security around these warehouses. But what about the private warehouses? What about the private trucks? Just recently over the weekend, Bua truck was also waylaid, or was not waylaid actually, because it was stationed, it was parked. All right, and it was also looted. So, what do you think? Let's have a conversation as regards the looting of warehouses, trailers, and trucks. How can the issue be stopped? How bad exactly is the issue? And what do you think are the risk for private owners of private warehouses? And also, what about the call by Vice President Shettima saying people should protest in a responsible and mature manner? And what should be the approach of our security operatives to this problem? Also, let's look at the second focal point. We are taking it off the front page of the Guardian newspaper, and it is as regards the statement here that we have saying that governors should be blamed. All right, foundation member of All Progressives Congress, Osita Okechukwu, is saying that governors should be blamed for restructuring delay and economic downturn. He said a whole lot. Let me just quickly run through, and I'm quoting now because when the word restructuring is booted around, we often have the challenge, what do you mean by restructuring? Well, I don't even like the word restructuring. I prefer expressions like reconfiguration, decentralization. And those who lead us recognize the necessity of it. They recognize the importance and almost the inevitability of decentralization until they get into power. Let's also not forget that former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Mr. Emeka said, and I quote, "I am on record for saying that these challenges cannot be effectively addressed under the constitution and governance system we have at the moment." All right. So do you agree that we should make our governors, do you agree that our governors are to be blamed for the failure of restructuring our country? What are your thoughts? Do you think the government, because Fuhad said something earlier that, well, they are part of the problem, but they aren't the problem. They are part of it. So what do you think? Do you think that the governors are to be blamed for the failure of restructuring of our country? There's also a report here that we weren't able to take during trends in the papers. I'll just quickly run through it. It says here that states should be made to account for the monies that they receive. So there's increasingly loud demand that state government needs to justify the increase in funds that they receive from FAC, that's a Federal Account Allocation Committee. There's a lot that we have been having conversations in recent time due to the fact they said, the report is that due to the savings that Nigeria has been able to make on the removal of fuel subsidy, there has been an increase in the FAC allocation to state governors All right. So with that in place, do you agree that we should make our governors more accountable on monies that they have received? Just last year, the conversation as regards, this oil producing states receiving their derivation fund, when former Governor Wike was able to bring to light the fact that, some governors, we all received this money. Ask your governors what they did with their own, because this is what I'm doing with my own, and all of that. And there's been several calls by Serap and Huru and other CSOs, saying that governors should tell us what exactly are you using these monies for, because governors also collect on behalf of the local government, and what exactly what's the transparency in this. So do you agree that we should make our governors more accountable on monies they receive? So those are the two focal points: looting of warehouses and trucks and trailers, and also states should account for monies they receive, and should they also be blamed for failure to restructure the country? Fuhad, you get your 2 cents in, and then we open the phone line. Thank you.
Well, on the looting of warehouses and trucks, I think we have to condemn, these criminal attempts for people to now hide under the disguise of, the suffering and poverty in the country and all of that. These are just people who are taking advantage of the situation. Some of them are just thieves. They are just criminals, basically. But again, one thing leads to something, and the fact is that, look, we're in a very bad situation, and that's the reason why there are people who can now take advantage of the situation to do these things. And that's why it's important that the government has to pay attention. Yesterday we were talking about the attempt by the president to now make all of these agitations and protests and calls political. It's not anything political, Santa. The fact on ground is that Nigerians are now poorer. Nigerians are poorer. The poverty index has risen. There's food inflation. There's everything inflation as we speak. And people are now more desperate than before. Like I've said, it's over 4 decades of my life as a Nigerian. I know that we have never been in this very bad situation. It's the worst situation ever when it comes to the attempt for Nigerians to live a decent life. You understand what I'm saying? So, like 괶ᴏᴛ, the vice president, saying Nigerians should be more responsible with their protest. Yes, I agree that people should not take advantage and then begin to loot warehouses and all of that. But the government has to also show responsibility. The government has to show commitment. They have to be more intentional about fixing the problem. It's not just rhetoric. We are getting too much of talk, but little action to addressing this problem, if you understand. And that's what the labor leaders are saying. And look, you keep making agreements, you keep making promises, but you have not been able to fulfill any of the promises. The labor leaders are responding to the claim by the president when he came to Lagos, saying that labor leaders should wait for 2027. They want to play politics. No, it's not politics here. Am I a politician, Sandra? I mean, what's my business with politics now? We are sticking to the reality of Nigerians at this time, and it is unfortunate if the government is still living in denial about these things. So that's on that. And then on the issue of the governors, we said it several, that the governors are part of the problem. In fact, a major part of the problem. And if you permit me to say it again, there is no local government in Nigeria for now. What we have is just the Department of State pretending to be local government. So if you are demanding accountability from the local government, just ask the governor. Because they are the ones collecting their money. So what we have is not. There used to be look, we live in a country where the local government were so active until this joint accounting came up, and now look at the problem we have. So for me, there's no local government. Don't even be deceived that there's anything local.
That's why I said the monies that are being paid to state governments because we can't really, because it's supposed to be a fact allocation to all the 3 levals of government.
Yes, levels of government.
Yes. This is where we are.
The two are the state and local. Just ask the governor. Don't bother with it. Those people are not. They are just there. We know these things now. That's why. Look, if there are governors that can be bold to do this saga, let us see what comes in from FAC to local government, and then let our governors publish what they release to the local governments every month. If it is in tandem with what they got from FAC, let us have governors that are bold to do that. Say, look, I got 10 billion for social local government, and they got the exact 10 billion there. we are just between ourselves. And that's why all of them 40, they went to court, even to the Supreme Court level, when the former president was trying to ensure that the money go direct to the local government. So that's why we have a caricature at the local government level. It's not anything governance. It's just a joke. Unfortunately, that's supposed to be the chair of government. That's supposed to be the closest to the people. And now that the governors are now getting more money, they're just quiet. I think nothing is happening. I remember when they used to get little fact, they were always complaining. Subsidy must go. Now that subsidy has gone and they are getting more money now, it's as if nothing has happened. They are just there. Some of them are just faffing around there, doing nothing. There's a particular story we didn't touch on. I think it's in the Guardian also, where the governor of Ogun State was talking about the non-oil revenue of the state, talking about 괏ᴏʀ虜ᴇᴛ local government accounting for the huge revenue coming to Ogun State because of limestone. In that, what is the situation of 괏ᴏʀ虜ᴏ local government in terms of infrastructure in Ogun State? Or some other local governments in Ogun State? What has the Ogun State governor, for example? I'm not going to talk about my state now. Let me help you talk about your state.
But I didn't ask for help.
You didn't ask for help. Okay, let me leave you with your problem there. So,
no, but carry on.
But so now that they've been getting more money, what is the transformation that has happened in Ogun State, for example, in terms of infrastructure?
They shared rights 2 weeks ago.
Which rights? To who and who?
Vulnerable.
I keep telling you that the state is still bedeviled with poor infrastructure, bad roads. Nothing is happening in that state. Quote me anywhere in terms of governance.
It's
and
okay.
So many other states like that.
It's okay.
But Lagos is working standard.
Because you have rail line.
Red rail, blue rail.
We have a very beautiful gate in Ogun State. What? That the president, former president, Buhari commissioned. Yes. I'm very proud of that.
The gate is safe without road.
Fuhad, it's okay. It's alright. I have no words to say to you because I'm not even going to say much. I mean, you need to. I won't say much because you're from Lagos. This is Lagos. Go to Mushi local government. There is no single road in the entire Mushi local government. I can and quote me anywhere for that one. So if that's how we are working it now, let's start throwing jabs at each other for our states. But on all serious notes, I mean, do you think that the governors have to be made accountable for the funds that they are receiving? That they receive rather, and also, do you think that we should blame governors for restructuring delay and the economic downturn that we're currently facing? And also the conversation as regards the looting of warehouses, trucks and trailers. All right, the phone line is officially open. 0913 6000 410. 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages, you send it to 0913 6000 430. That's for messages, WhatsApp and text. 0913 6000 430. All right, that is the number for messages. Now we are still live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM on both platforms. Just type it in and you join the conversation live. Just drop your comments in the live chat section and we'll also take it as the program progresses. Time check right now is 8:55 a.m. You're listening to Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. You have just 2 minutes. It's straight to the point. Let's keep things clean and let's have a jolly good conversation. All in the good of our dear country, Nigeria. I'm a proud Nigerian. I'm from Ogun State. Let's not allow that. But
not so bold to even say.
It's okay, Fuhad. Thank you. You're welcome to the studio.
I'm from Lagos State.
Because they have red line. It's alright. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Sandra, good morning. How are you?
Mr. Gbenga Peter Omonse. How are you doing?
Fine. I'll give you proverb in Yoruba language today, but I have forgotten. I recorded it in my head. I don't know why I forget now.
It's okay.
But let me give you one in my language. I'm addressing the issue of hoodlums. I mean, looting the warehouse. In my own language, we say that a person that is facing serious crisis will sit down anywhere. That they will not mind where to sit down, whether all dead or not. They go sit down there. And then we say another one that a hungry man does not hear the word of God. Yes, what you are doing is wrong. The Bible condemns it. But is he hungry? Why is he doing this? And the third proverb says, it is because of much pressure that a white man begin to behave foolishly. I forget possible. I need whatever I put on the summer. Now, what am I saying? Fatima is saying we can protest responsibly, and the people are hungry. Do they understand the word responsible? Because the hunger does not understand any English. The point is that they should do the right thing. Nigeria, Ogana, you said for the past 4 decades, you've not seen it this bad. And let me say for more than 5 decades now of my life in the country, I've not seen it this bad. Nigerians are hungry. No life to do the small.
Hello?
Everybody is now behaving like a foolish man because of much pressure. I don't want to talk much, but I'm saying that the government should rise up and do something before those who were not hoodlums become hoodlums. Things are bad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. I appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mobola.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
Fuhad, I greet you.
Good morning, sir.
Thank God for another day.
Yes, sir.
They say we should behave responsibly. Abi?
Protest
Are they behaving responsibly? No, are they themselves who don't need money that in 100, 200 years? Are they behaving responsibly? We don't see any development in Nigeria again. What? At least you know the story of the Bible. You remember that woman that ate her child? What caused her to eat the child? Was it not hunger? Somebody who is hungry ate her child. Did that person behave responsibly? You people are feeding fat. You people can go abroad anytime. You people have security that is protecting you. You don't eat made in Nigerian food. You don't take made in Nigerian treatment. You have 24 hours supply in your government house, and you are telling people to be responsible. I'm not supporting any violence. No. But why are you people always advising people? You are telling people what you people cannot do. Huh? I told you I can't remember. In Kogi State, I have a friend. He said when they plant crops, before they wake up, those headmen, they will finish everything they planted. It's still there. I'm not telling you stories of yesterday. And you are telling people to be responsible. A man who is hungry. These people, they know what is right to. Because when they want to advise, they advise.
Hello? All right. Well, thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. I appreciate 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. The time right now is 9 a.m. And you're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Peter.
Yeah, my Sandra. My friend Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, God bless all of you.
Amen.
Yes. You see, on the issues we are focusing on today, the issue of people going to loot the government warehouse. The problem with that issue is that those we are blaming that for going to loot those warehouses. The problem is that in the first place, those looters, who were accused of looting, will not see it like that because it's like a national gift, and some people are calling it somewhere for personal gains. That is the problem. Nobody trusts the government officials. It's just unfortunate. The trust gap between government officials and the people is very wide. It doesn't used to be like that before. During the time of Obafemi, I was in primary school then. Everything government tells you they are going to do, they do it religiously. But now, even the government officials themselves can be the looters. You know, because you don't know the intention. Look at the COVID period. All the gifts they bought to distribute during COVID era. What happened? They didn't distribute them. Most of them were stored in the government in warehouses at Ajibola and some other places. I know people got angry and went and borrowed those warehouses because they don't trust the government officials. So we have to be very circumspect before we start making those type of white statements. You know,
right, but,
the thing is, yes, let there be integrity. Once there is integrity, people will not go and loot.
Thank you.
So that yes,
all right.
there must be integrity.
On whose part though?
Hello, doctor. Good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yeah, good morning, Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, my take will be on this looting of warehouses by some Nigerians, and I will link it up with what was discussed on the round table yesterday. You know, I always listen to the round table, but I don't normally call. I just call to take notes and deepen my understanding with the knowledge of those guys on the round table.
Mm.
Okay, you see, when the discussion was on yesterday, I was asking myself a lot of questions. When Mr. President said that NLC is becoming political, and the question I asked myself is this: is Sultan also being political? Is the
Emir
of Kano also being political? I asked myself a question because the vendor that always supply me food in my house brought in a bag of rice on Saturday for me, and he said it's 90,000 at the rate of 89,000. I asked myself a question when the discussion was on with Fuhad and the rest of other guys on the round table. I said, is this food vendor also being political? These guys that until you brought it up this morning, I think those guys who is in the hands of affairs in Nigeria is not in touch with the reality of what is happening. It seems they are still playing politics. Why I'm sounding this way is this: I own warehouse also, and I'm not into government. If somebody should go and boggle my warehouse and start looting it down, what would be my fate? That's the question I'm asking right now, because I'm becoming afraid. Because Nigerians right now, things are not smiling. I'm a businessman, I own warehouse. If people should go and boggle my warehouse right now, simply because they are hungry, I don't know my fate, to be very honest. These people should do something. We have been saying this. When the poor do not see what to eat, they will begin to eat the average and the rich. And the reality is here. And funny enough, those who are supposed to be doing things are still playing politics. But honestly speaking, these guys, I don't know. I think we are not in a good place. That is the only way I can round up. We are not in a good place, honestly speaking. Thank you.
All right. 0913 6000 410. So we're not in a good place. Well, I don't know if the people who should know, if they actually do know, or if they even agree. Maybe they know, but do they agree that we're not in a good place? Well, we have some messages here on Facebook from Trends in the Paper. I'll just take one or two that actually aligns with our conversation this morning. You don't guess it. Stephen Ekong, good morning. Mainland FM, please, some persons should advise the president that he should simply return the subsidy and most things will be back to normal. But they know that the more the people are hungry, the more they keep finding their ways into government. Okay. We also have here okay, it's a lot of people dropping one or two cents as regards the oil theft conversation.
Okay.
Just very quickly, Lilian Agbaje is saying that let your analysts give credit to whom credit is due. Our Nigerian security officers have been having fundamental challenges in curbing oil bunkering, but Tantita of Tompolo is trying their best. And that is an ex-militant should not make you see him as a nobody. I see it as an act of envy. What? Why are you envious of Tantita Tompolo?
Am I a militant? How would are we doing the same job?
Just asking.
I'm just saying now, if how did Evan come into this now? What we're just saying is that what has been the achievement so far. I thought that there should be KPI actually, Sandra, from the people that gave him the contract, right?
To check if
what are you
the money,
you know,
the money we are spending.
And remember, this is public monies, you know, it's not so when people come up with some of this, am I in the Nigeria Delta as a militant?
All right. Thank you very much. I just had to push that message out there. All right. Still on Facebook. Now, let's go to Mainland Focus. I have Issa Benjamin. Good morning, Mainland FM. How will people not break into warehouses when people are suffering of hunger and food is kept in warehouses?
We should discourage it, though, because it's affecting private business owners now, too.
In the other time, COVID-19 palliatives were kept in warehouses while people were dying of hunger until NSAS broke into those warehouses. Nigerian government should please take care of its citizens. The president is traveling here and there, signing MOU will not solve Nigeria's problems. Let him remain in Nigeria and call on stakeholders to see how Nigerian problems can be solved. Benjamin from Shogunle. Looting is looting, stealing is stealing, and we should not encourage it. 1. 2. Most of these trucks and trailers that have been looted are private, businesses. All right.
I think it's just one government warehouse that was looted in Abuja. The others are private.
It's just this NEMA one that is government
privately owned. Yeah, so you have to be careful.
So all the other ones are privately owned. So are we saying that private business owners should also suffer just because? And if people are hungry, does that give them the
right to loot people's businesses?
The prerogative to now go and loot or
Look at what
steal.
happened in Sulere shopping mall during the NSA. There are people that have not recovered up till now. That lost a lot of valuables and monies and businesses. So
true. All right. We also have here. Good morning, Mainland FM. On looting of warehouses and trailers, one of the consequences of widespread hunger and chronic poverty is increase in crime rate. We are just on the verge of breeding food bandits if the current economic hardship and oppression continues. While citizens are expected to be civil in their conduct, Mr. President should take this hunger issue seriously before it degenerates to something else. Muiwa from Abuja. Ebilade Ambo is saying the president is just one man. His complacency in managing the affairs of Nigeria will not be as damaging as that of 36 men managing the affairs of their state in similar manner. I think the governors are getting away with their failures in office while everyone is looking in the direction of the president. All right. I also have here Emmanuel Osuji. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. You need to see the way I am laughing out loud this morning. What has Ogun State's governor done, Sandra? The shared. God will continue to keep you two for always speaking the truth. But this is Emmanuel, but they shared rice Fuad, and I think we should be very happy. I'm waiting for the soup kitchen that Fuad State governor is going to also do for us.
I'll be there now,
so we can collect our vouchers since it's now battle of state governors. Now on Mainland Focus. All right, time check right now is 11 minutes gone past 9. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Chandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise. You don't have extra 30 seconds today, so
Prince Wise is from Osun State, the state of the dancing government.
See, when you talk of government, what are they doing? They won't let the power government. They may be many, they may be 2, they may be 5, but I rated this for the state government. That Professor Zulu. This man gave a bag of rice, bag of beef, only one person carry 2 bags, and the man supervised him. Look at those 2 men, they start against me. No rushing, no dragging. In fact, if this will happen in America, in London, in Dubai, Nigeria will say, yes, this is how they do those things. But what happened in Borno State is a sample for other government to follow. You are given 2 billion. What do you do with that 2 billion naira? wonderful. In my own state, I did see nothing because I contact you every time. I'm a farmer today. So if somebody now looted somebody way out, you say if it is federal, you're supposed to look at it. When we have quick justice, they say they should release about how many tons. If there is it's not stopped before, how can they all die to be released? Even though they want they look at that, it may be chemical one that they want to go and plant. What are we talking about? If somebody is hungry, go to street and beg for food. If you are hungry, you are in city, don't have anything to do in the city, go back to your village. There's a lot of good in the villages. If somebody send a bag of rice, somebody say bought a rat of rice at 89 naira. If you have rice and sell it at 60,000 naira, are you not making money? Farmer is Ajibola. So for me, to have skill to go and look at whether it belongs to Syria, it belongs to state, it belongs to Nigeria, you have no right. Because this country today, professors, the Christian, Muslim, the two only people that know allow you to go and see somebody's property. And for that. For the vice president statement, yes, if they are protesting, you should be diligent. For me, the last vote I'm still against it. Because 100 letters face to face is better than 100 letters to make it happen before the protest. You destroy something, you agree on something, and you come out and tell them you protest. That's I'm praising the DUC man. The man go on, yeah, tell them what you want. I'm going to be protesting. In this case, you want to protest Mr. President. People are hungry, go back to the farm, so start farm equipment, they cannot say farm, all the government, what are they doing? Look at the government now. You have to finally, at the matter. All those who are running the street.
Thank you, Prince Wise. Say government has refinery at Imota. Fuhad,
I think it's a rice mill. I don't know whether it's.
You people want to collect refinery from another person. Is that what you want to count as government achievement? What? Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm Dᴏ宜'ᴛ.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Tochukwu, where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from 괰ᴏʀᴟᴇᴛ. I'm a chartered accountant.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, there is nothing wrong in people, in what people did by bunkering some way.
No, Mr. Tochukwu.
Let me tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's just a normal course of event of life. When things get out of hand, it happens. But what is more important is how do we motivate these people, either positively or negatively, to think of another way of solving their problem and not doing it.
I strongly disagree with you, Mr. Tochukwu. There is poverty in the land, there's hardship, there's a lot of problems. We acknowledge that, but it doesn't.
I will give you an example.
It doesn't give anybody.
I have accepted that. I take it. Okay. I will give you an example. For those of us that are Christians, there is a place in the Bible where David and his army, they are hungry. They have to enter market to take forcefully from the people to eat so that they could continue with their war. Again, there is a popular movie called Good, Bad and Ugly. It happens there. I think what we are trying to do is to motivate people not to do it again. But we forget the fact that motivation can be positive or negative. Now, these people are motivating our government to know that it is not easy at this time, so that they will do what is needed so that the country can get better. They are doing it negatively. So whether the people we elected into governance are listening to what people are doing on this platform and what perhaps is championing, that is a different kettle of fish. for me, if somebody is hungry, you understand, he can go to any length at his own weakness, because he can be caught and the law can pounce on him and he will pay the consequence. You understand? But
okay, so the law can pounce on them.
Yes,
and they must face their
will surely face the consequence. He's taking a risk because he is hungry. He is trying to quench the hunger. You know, let me also tell you that there are a lot of people on the street now begging for food. Then that's one. Then the other leg for which I'm supposed
2 minutes. 2 minutes is the time.
I want to quickly round up, please. I want to emphasize my opinion on Ʞᴏʀᴏᴡ report. I would suggest that.
Thank you so much. You have already exceeded 3 minutes. I think I've been magnanimous enough to allow you, because I really was waiting for where you were heading as regards that argument of the fact that this negative, we should convert it to positive, and hoping that the government will now do something about the fact that there's hunger, which is pushing people to do into crime. Basically, I think that's what he was trying to say. All right. Or that's my own takeaway from what he was trying to say, because I was really mouth agape and trying to understand what exactly he meant by the fact that what they have to do. But the law still remains the law. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Tochukwu. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Sandra and Mr. Fuhad.
Morning, sir.
I greet you specially this morning.
Greet you too.
I'm calling from command.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
It's a good day.
Okay.
This is what we have been foreseeing. I said it over and over again. This thing is moving towards this trend, and it's just the starting point. Just a bitter truth. That's just it. It's just a starting point. It will soon get worse to the extent that people will start going after the vehicles of government owners and stopping them on the way, beating them down.
Are you encouraging that though?
It's not the product of I'm not encouraging it in any way.
Okay.
But this is just a clear indication and a clear warning, it's a strict warning to them that this thing will get. There's no way you will solve this kind of issue without being very serious about the matter. The thing is there's no way people will not resort to this. Let's just be serious. It's bad. It's condemnable to any extent. Nobody should do this. But there is no way you will tell an angry man that what you are doing is wrong. An angry man is an angry man. And when you are telling an angry man that what you are doing is wrong, you will get more angry.
It's okay.
That is the part. It's wrong. Everything we know is wrong. But the thing is this: let them rise to the challenge and stop this thing as fast as possible.
Exactly.
It will get worse. That's just the final. That's just my final.
Thank you, Mr. Bumi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bumi. All right, I get where he's now coming from as well. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. Fuhad. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Joe.
Joe from Director. So, on my own angle about if they ask for bribe, tell me. I will deal with them. You see, Mr. President, please, sometimes let him watch what he's talking. Because the Qatari people will not come to Nasarawa and man podium, and they start writing people who collected bribe from them. So it's very, very disappointing the way our president talks these days. So good morning, Fuhad.
I was not on the focus though.
Thank you very much. Management of this address. Mainland of Sokoto publicly voiced their opinions, concerns about the intolerable level of hunger in the land. The government may have thought they were politicking. We are seeing the effects today, and it is coming from their constituencies. What? Abeg, what's the update on the much publicized and celebrated completed Port Harcourt refinery and student loan scheme?
Who said it's completed? It's not yet completed now. There was never a time that it was announced that Port Harcourt refinery was completed, and we have not seen anything with the student loan. We are still waiting.
Will the loan become effective when every student in Nigeria must have graduated? I don't think every student can graduate at the same time.
Keep admitting. Yeah.
When are they going to release the promised tons of grains to Nigerians before they are looted?
I don't have answers to that. Really.
let's just put that on. Sandra and distinguished Fuhad, I greet you effortlessly. Mr. Fuhad, in my church, we share a loaf of bread every first Sunday of the month to every single member of our church, no matter the population that comes to church on first Sundays. Yesterday, while moving the bread into the church,
oh, they loot it.
No. For distribution, one woman who was passing by,
they will help themselves.
the woman went inside with her child, took a seat because she knows there's no way they won't give her if she's seated. She no grief for anybody, and some of us who were outside couldn't blame her. There's real hunger everywhere. Mr. Fuhad, we must thank God for daily supplies because some of us still have enough to smart moves, you know.
Did that.
Everybody be in church. May you not get
They're not even allowed to get to church.
May you not get to a point where children will start snatching bag containing food stuff that you have gone to market to buy.
No, somebody told me yesterday that somewhere in Nigeria, they are now snatching food stuff when you buy.
You have bought finished.
They wait for you as you are leaving the market, they just snatch it from you. Someone told me yesterday in that Ajah market, they saw it happening.
Should we start? Because if you snatch money, where would the money buy?
So they just took it. You that bought food.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pray for you.
The whole cover, pepper, everything, just snatch it from the person.
Or did they have gas to cook it?
Leave that one. Actually, when they get to, they will solve that problem.
That's right. Mr. Fuhad, in public compounds, people don't leave their pot of food on fire in the kitchen anyhow again. They wait till it's done and take it inside because they will carry your pot as it is like that on the
with
fire
the food.
And go and complete the cooking inside their house. Sandra, unfortunately, I'm free. I'm from Governor Hope Uzodinma State, Imo. James Ogbona from Oshodi. We are coming from you people because Governor Hope Uzodinma say he has money to take care of people. So we are not going to say anything about Imo State for now.
James is in Lagos, so.
What are you saying?
He's not in Imo State, he's in Lagos.
He's from Imo State.
And we should not see James in our soup kitchen. He's a big guy. He has dollars, he has everything. So
and they are sharing bread in his church.
So he's.
This is Mainland 98.3 FM.
He didn't mention the church name.
He did not mention the name of the church, so that will not come next month and come and collect our own bread. Fuhad likes bread. I think you should invite him. But Ramadan would have started, so he may not need the bread.
But it's a good one. I think there are churches who do a lot of giving, feeding people.
My church does, but
I think there's a church around Sulere too. I've seen a lot of time people go there.
A lot of churches have been doing a lot of CSR.
Yeah.
At this time now,
I think it's the time to encourage that. Ramadan is also coming. All these asalatu, mosques, people. This is the time to give to people. Really, feed people during the period. That's even the essence of Ramadan itself. Apart from the abstinence, this is the time to give.
Yes, which reminds me that the ladies on Ladies Lounge, they're giving out food baskets as well. They give out 2 last week. We are yet to get the details of we told you to send your details to our Facebook platform because we got the winners from Facebook viewers. We are yet to get, so the baskets are still here, but this week as well they have another batch again that they are willing to give out. So I think the little whatever it is that
let's help ourselves.
We can give. Let's help ourselves and let's stop collecting from people. And maybe if I see Fuhad's food this afternoon, I'll collect it from him. I'll still get me.
I'm on guard.
Whether tight or loose security, the best thing for government to do in this critical time of hunger is to stabilize the economy and find a way to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal and floating of naira, which has inflicted severe hardship on the citizens, and this makes the private warehouse owners to stand the risk of losing their wares anytime soon if government fails to address this issue urgently, because a hungry man does not fear death anymore. So security operatives should tread with caution and respect themselves. Then Tima, he himself should govern responsibly before talking to the helpless masses that their ill policies sink in abject poverty without any fault of theirs. Chika Bende from Trade Fair sharing his own thoughts there. Let's take a few calls. Then we'll go to WhatsApp messages. This is Mainland 98.3 FM and you are on to Mainland Focus. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Tunji on the line from Malacca.
All right, Mr. Tunji. Please go on.
Yes, thank you. Just want to contribute. See, the primary purpose of government shall be the welfare of the masses, protection of life and people. So this is the primary purpose why these people came into government. So if this is not being achieved, then What are we talking about? It's traveling all about, going to Qatar. The people are in abject poverty. There's hunger in the land. What are you traveling for? You have a problem at hand. You are going to say you want to go and win investors. You want to go and win investors, and your home is in rough, is in shambles. Who does that? Now, we are talking about looting. They looted some warehouses. Yeah, fine. Even Fuhad and the lady presenting there, everybody we have condemned. But one thing is clear: you do not brush your teeth, and you say your teeth will not smell. How do you want to solve that? Your teeth will definitely smell because you do not brush your teeth. These are just cause and effect. There's hunger in the land. What do you want the people to do? So everybody needs to be careful. Nobody is even safe now. Even you that you are in the studio here, you and I, we the masses, nobody is safe. So anything can happen at any time. So we keep saying that these people, there's hunger, there's this, there's that. Everybody's at the edge as I speak to you right now. So any opportunity that anybody sees, they will grab it. So my take is that even as a student, if we all have children in school, your child is hungry and you are telling the child, go and read, go and study. How would that happen? When we're in the university, we know what happens if you are hungry and you have an exam. There's no way you do it. The primary things need to be addressed. Keep all this traveling and looking for what is not missing up and up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate 0913 6000 410. Time check is 9:30. Still have a few more minutes to go to join the conversation. Hello, good morning.
I don't know, Sandra and Fuhad, engineering from Yap.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. You're doing well. Well,
Thank you.
as it pain us, they shoot them. That's why they don't know how to address it. They we should protect responsibly. Are they responsible when they know that people wait and means to survive is what concerns people now? But I don't encourage looting and all that they are doing. But our government, the government of the day, to listen to people. They are printing excess naira because of waste of means. Waste and means to survive. People also need waste and means to survive. As the last caller said, welfare of the people and their security is very paramount. And when some people are blaming the governors are not consulted when policies are being pronounced that subsidy is gone. NEPA is now going. I don't know where it will land. And they are not consulting people. They don't call the governors now. They don't call the industrialists to see how ways and means of surviving the industry. And they are bringing they are canvassing for new ones that can still not survive. All these things are there. Do they put on their thinking cap? Ways and means to survive is what we really need now. Not just to be talking teeth. This action that is very paramount, very determined for Nigeria to be sustained. But the way because they are they are playing politics on the lives of the people. Just talking. We don't want to listen to talking. We want NEPA to work to be on stream, for people to produce something, to manufacture something. We need energy. Brian was saying that they didn't celebrate on television. They are celebrating that Port Harcourt was working. Port Harcourt is not working. They can produce a liter, and they have been propagating it. Propaganda is going on that they is working. Playing politics on Nigeria.
Okay, thank you.
They are not helping matters.
Thank you, Engineer.
And I want to discourage people.
You should not loot.
No, stop looting. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
My name is Lord. I'm calling from Sulere.
Yes. Hi, Sulere.
Please, Fano. Yesterday, I tried to contribute my own list, but no way. People are many. But thank God, thank everybody for the education program.
Thank you.
This morning, I can only say, all this is not ordinary. We should look from government to government
poor more and more. Like I said before I come, I don't come again. Enjoy myself with your 1,000 naira 5 liter. Today I can't go near there. You see like so more poor. And it's not now, it's spiritual. We just to check ourselves. I'm telling everybody, including myself, we to check ourselves what we are really doing to Almighty God. We to check. Such are many, more than many. They are doing what God knows how them to do. And we want good governance. My brother, it's difficult. It's difficult. I'm not coming out. So Almighty, you don't call anybody, you don't call everybody. You call few people. One people you call, thank God you're Muslim. You tell the kind of people that call. To say fasting, but everybody will run that here now. This is what I think. It's not like this. We are about 70. Go no operating. My brother, I will know what I'm talking about. These are not like this. These they go with worker from one thing now. Nobody will tell you, come here, where you going, this, that. Everywhere is secure.
All right. Thank you.
My brother, well,
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate Mr. Lawal Taufik. We have some messages on WhatsApp here. I'll just quickly rush through some of them. I have here, hello, Mainland FM. It is unfortunate that it has gotten to a level, that Nigerians will begin to loot warehouses due to the suffering people are going through because of the food crisis in the country. It is heartening to see that our government don't learn from past mistakes following the same incidents that happened during NSAS, and till now government has not deemed it fit to stop a reoccurrence. Are we saying that the government is not bothered about the well-being of the citizens? When will the government overlong promises grains to Nigerians before we'll be told that it has been looted? Okay, that's another question. On the issue of private security safeguarding, that's not on the focus, but thank you very much, Mr. Temitope Onotoye. Appreciate. I also have here Joshua from Oregon. Mr. Fuhad, of a truth, if only the warehouse is looted or government owned, I won't have an issue with it. As for the vice president, let him continue, but we're gradually getting to a point. Imagine I can't even take tea again.
Very expensive. A sachet of beverage and a small one, I think it's a 150, 200 naira. And then you have to add milk too.
Yeah.
For those that have the money to take it.
In as much as I do not support looting, people are hungry. The situation now is worse than country with war. About 5 years ago, I mentioned about food security when Boko Haram on rampage. Government should open borders. People earning less than 50k are dying. If I from Asheshe.
There are people even inland. Yeah, anybody earning less than 50k now,
at this time.
I don't think they'll be able to cope.
Struggling. And so I just I remembered something over the weekend. I think Ukraine give us grain. Yeah,
the report was that they give us grain. That's a country at war.
That's why I just had to.
And there are people who get less than 50,000, Sandra. 30,000, 25,000.
Our minimum wage is 30,000. So there are people earning 30,000.
So how will they cope?
There's some people
are they coping?
I've earned 15,000 naira before.
That was. I'm sure you were just faffing around then. You only doing anything. You that kind of thing that just sit down there and
I was not faffing. I was not faffing. If I tell you the job, you cry for me.
No, it was.
But those were my days.
Okay.
And let's just leave it at that. All right. Also have here. Good morning, 괏ᴏ from Okoba. Look at the sorry situation we are in since this government came into power. It has been one nightmare or the other. Since when they said subsidy is gone, Nigerians have been lamenting from wrong policies, insecurity, inflation. They have turned people to beggars. Imagine 7 killed trying to get food. That's the Yaba situation. Yeah. Is this not wickedness? They have destroyed education that is beyond the poor. Corruption has taken over. Businesses are leaving the country. It's a lot of complaints that I'm seeing here. No solution. But thank you very much, Mr. 괏ᴏ from Okoba. Appreciate. Gege Joshua from Ebute Meta. It's always difficult to deal with food crisis, and this is the reason I want to advise President Tinubu not to let this illegality spread. I wonder why Nigerians are supporting the looting of food that belongs to private Nigerians. People should not encourage evil, please. I wonder what the supporters of this evil act will feel if these invaders do these things to their own businesses. The government should declare emergency on food. recover food from farmers directly, preserve them, and look for channels to distribute them. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much. I have here one of your regular callers from Amuodofi. Most times sounds.
Let's not talk about people.
Paul from Igondo. Thank you very much.
Let's just talk to the issue.
It's all right. Sorry. Good to do anything. Sandra, I can tell you that I bought ordinary spaghetti. 1,000. I just do concoction.
You know what a pack of noodles costs now?
8,000.
No, it's not the smallest one. A pack now.
And that smallest one now, before that you cannot eat 2 and be okay. It's like it's now smaller.
Your children have to eat 2. I've told you can't. You can't eat anyhow again. Sometimes the children will just look at you and say, "Am I
the person?" Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I'm telling you that.
But that's just what it is.
You know this chocolate on bread? There's this small chocolate on bread.
Oh yeah, the chocolate spread.
Yeah.
I almost mentioned the name before Mr. Bailey come from me.
And then we used to buy, I think, maybe 2,500, 2,700.
Yes.
Yesterday, 4,700.
It's double.
That's I have to tell those young lads as well that you see.
There's my favorite.
I took the ticket home for them. See, you see.
My favorite cereal that I used to buy for about 2,400. It was 3,600, but now it is 6,700. 6,700. And I don't know how to drink Gary.
They will now tell you that even the Gary is expensive. That's the thing.
I tried drinking Gary over the weekend.
You choke.
But
the Gary is even expensive.
I was down there. That was how I felt. But that's how a lot of people must be feeling now.
Feeling, yeah.
And I wanted to buy bread for the house on Saturday, and the bread I used to buy for 450, 500 is now 1,000, 1,300.
The big one is 1,500 now. The big loaf.
That's what it is, and that's where we are now.
If you have children that can eat very well, it's a one-day thing. You finish.
Actually, you have boys that they can just inhale food. They don't eat it; they just inhale it. All right. We also have here Mobola Lukman Nakiyemi on Facebook is saying, "Good morning. I hope there will be a time a law will be passed that will mandate all governors to account for their monthly allocation, especially what they gave to the local government." It's true. And on looting of warehouses, there's a difference between being a thief and being hungry. Yeah. I hope these guys can differentiate between the two. Which guys, though? I'm curious. If you could answer that, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. We also have here, whether tight or loose security, government should wake up fast and stabilize the economy and cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. If not, the looting of warehouses will be a child's play with the anger on the way, because an hungry man is not afraid to lose his life while searching for food. Chika Bende from Trade Fair. Thank you very much. Let's take one more call as we wrap things up this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
This is Madam
Ife.
Oh, Madam Ife, good morning.
In fact, my people,
markets.
Nigeria is tough. Market bad. We are talking this weekend. I wanted to, because for some time I've not done a swallow soup. I said, this one the hungry meal. When I calculate the money, not bought you. So I had to go. They take a kilo of chicken at 4,042. Fish. When do you buy? And I look at it and say, why don't I put achi and make put pepper, put everything, put on her inside and small vegetables. I bought a kilo of chicken, 4,002. Bought a kilo of pala fish, 3,800. That has never finished.
Don't finish now.
Yes. 3,800.
Just for one.
And then look at it again. I like this cow head. I come back 2,000 naira.
Madam, is a big woman.
Yeah, look at it. No, I'm vulnerable. Now first I take one. I go share and make to make stew, small gravy sauce, and soup. Everything. Take 10,000 naira before you can make good pot of soup and a good pot of stew. Look at one Nigerian story to you are telling people not to go and break into a place and they say, okay, no, store here in the warehouse. They are not kids, they are hungry. It's necessity that make them to go and do it. And look at the caliber of people that are going there. It's not for children. In fact, checkpoint, when you say 2 days and never eat, 3 days and never eat, and they drink water. Even the water says, you don't dare. Two pure water now is 15 naira. What are we talking? The people should make life comfortable for us. We have food first.
Then we want all these people who are, who are relaying people to their farm. In my place, you know that we have to bring all the juju in my place in local land to fight for these people. And I'm not 1 year now. I'm not hearing that they are doing criticism of disturbing anybody to farm.
Yeah, we should.
They should go and bring them. You should just let these people away from the road for us. And let them go to the farm and bring.
Thank you, madam. If it's okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, that soup, I mean, I have to come and see you later on. So that we can know how that soup is. Yes.
Or you want to taste?
To taste the soup. What did me and my state do to you this morning? But
for you,
non-kinetic.
The juju thing?
Yes.
It's non-kinetic. Are you sure? There's nothing more kinetic than juju.
No, it's not kinetic.
It's none. Okay.
All right, well, that's a wrap for today on Mainland Focus. Thank you very much. But of course, the conversation never ends at Mainland FM. Join 괏ᴏʀᴇᴛ by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room. Mother and child comes up by 10:15. But the truth is, please take care of yourself. Take care of your neighbor. I mean, who is your neighbor? Is the person that takes care of you, you look out for each other. I was just saying it earlier on this morning, Fuhad, that there's a community on the border of Abuja and Nasarawa that they now have to resort to self-policing. They pay vigilantes themselves because almost every day, these marauders come in. They come into their houses and they don't even, they just come, take what they need to take and they just leave. So, I mean, at this time now, while we call on the government to do the needful, I think we as ourselves, we can also, see what we can responsibly though, legally, a lawful way to help one another, to take care of each other and all of that. Before we now resort to people actually going to markets now, people that are just sitting on their own.
They wait, you buy, they snatch.
No one will say market women that just open shop now, and before people now start resorting to looting, live shops now, that would just be the height of it, because these market women, what they even go through to get their wares to.
Some of them are on loans, they collect loans to stock.
So it's something that we really need to discourage, but the government needs to also wake up to it. Thank you very much, Fuad. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back by 10 a.m. for Global View.
Mainland 98.3 FM, your #1 radio. Reaching stars, the sound of Lagos.